I read the script and met Emerald, just a little meeting, and just felt like I really got along with her. And like the script was just super shocking to me, and like actually not what I expected. Even, you know, a lot of scripts when they've kind of, maybe movies present themselves as subversive, but actually you kind of know the way in which it's going to be subversive. And this one was really, really surprising. And then I wanted to just meet the person who wrote this. And I sat down with Emerald, and she was sort of not what I expected in the best way. The film is about a young woman who is avenging an injustice that was done to someone close to her on, I think, both sort of practically in terms of the men who actually perpetuated it, and also globally in sort of the male culture. It's a, you know, rom-com thriller, I guess. But I'm the nice guy that shows up. I'm the good one. I'm the good guy in a world of bad men. Ryan went to school with Cassie. They're both in med school. She dropped out and he continued, and he went on to become a pediatric surgeon. And yeah, I think he's a young, successful, confident person who thinks he's a very good person, because I think in general he probably is, relatively. And I think he goes, you know, he hasn't seen Cassie in a long time, and sort of runs into her in this coffee shop and is sort of taken aback by her, because I think the sort of vibe and feeling she maybe has now is a little dissimilar to what it was when she was in school. And I think he's genuinely pursuing her very earnestly, and really has strong feelings for her, and maybe lacks a little bit of self-awareness in retrospect when he looks back, because there were a few red flags, but he's sort of blinded by just the person she is. Laverne Cox, who's absolutely incredible and is just like an amazing presence on and off camera. She just like, everyone's spirits are up, and like she's like singing between takes, and like she's like a gorgeous voice. I felt totally challenged reading this script. When I first came across the story, I was like, whoa. And other people I know that have read the script are like, everyone has a slightly different reaction. So that's what I think is exciting about Emerald and this film, is that she's not trying to deliver one experience or service a need or service a want that's being expressed by an audience. She's really trying to create, I think, a piece of art that is, you know, open to interpretation and challenges people, and, you know, means one thing one day and another thing another day, and one thing to one person and one thing to another person, and one thing the first time you watch it and another thing, you know, the second time. She's just great. She's just a really good actor in like a very simple, fundamental way, where it's just, she's like absolutely present, and but like lets you into whatever is happening, like is giving in a, you know, I don't know. I mean, she's just a lot better than me. I think she's a lot better actor than me, so it's very stupid for me to describe in what way she is. It's just, I'm mostly surprised that she's just like very cool and down to earth. It's been incredibly enjoyable. Yeah, it's like great. It's really, really great. There's a million reasons for me to feel uncomfortable and intimidated, and, you know, like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here. And only a few remain because of the onslaught of warmth and kindness from Emerald and Carey. And they're such a great team. And they like each other so much, I think, and get along with each other. It's just a good thing to be a part of. I'm so excited to be a viewer of this film, mostly. I hope it gets people talking in general. I don't know what it, I don't think I don't think the version of this movie that Emerald wants, or that I would want to see, is a movie where everyone's talking about the same thing. You know, I think it's like a sort of a very explosive, contentious in a really great way movie. And I think it could hopefully show that, you know, movies can take risks and start conversations still. I hope people are watching and gasping and screaming and booing and hissing and cheering. Because I think it is also like a genre piece, like a thriller, and like is genuinely has twists and turns that you don't see coming. So I hope people are entertained by it. You know, I hope we can kind of show with this film that you can talk about really deep issues and still also engage in the sort of really fun things about movies, that like the idea of movies that are talking about, quote, important things, and movies that, you know, make you want to sit down with a tub of popcorn and actually have fun. Those things are mutually exclusive. I wanted to be a player in Emerald's vision. I mean, that's really what I wanted to do. And like, it's very exciting for a woman to write and direct a piece of art that explores the gray areas and complexities of this issue. Like, that's interesting to me and very, so I'm happy to be a part of it. I mean, I'm an actor, you know, like in this. I'm just meant to service a story. And it's a story that, you know, part of it really resonated with me, which is like who this guy was and the sort of the way in which he flirted. And another part of it was a window into something I am not aware of, which is like the cross-sectional view of men that women have, that men can't have.